bought plane tickets, they traveled all the way to Japan, they made it through customs, made it to the zoo, and put on a costume so they could then jump into an enclosure.
It's like always two people in the crowd just like gotta ruin it for the rest of the people, bro.
Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up?
What up, this is Majay back here with another video. Today we're about to be reacting to a video by Atozy. The video is going to be on, this video got 2 influencers banned from Japan. Man, bro, do these influencers do these influencers just ever learn anything about just like stop going to other countries and acting a fool? I guess the viewership in, you know, trying to blow up is really that important to them, because like you ever want to go to a trip, or your friends ever want to go to a trip to Japan, and you be like, oh, I can't go, I got banned for life, and they still want to go, they gonna go without you. No, you could pretend like you don't care, but like you deep down inside you care. But like this sudden desperate crap is just getting old, bro. I'm tired of it, frankly, bro. It's been going on for years. It's different shapes and forms about it, bro. Like, people go viral for different things and they try to snap that. When it gets old, they go back to the old norm of acting a fool and just doing the most. But let's get into this video, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying the reactions. Let's get it.
This video got 2 influencers banned from Japan because essentially this stunt was supposed to generate attention online. But after 2 Americans entered the enclosure of a famous baby monkey in Japan, they ended up getting the attention from the police instead. So here you have 2 American influencers traveling all the way to Japan and entering the enclosure of one of the internet's most beloved animals, Punch the Monkey.
Everybody loves Punch the Monkey, and maybe a little bit too much. 2 Americans were arrested after trying to break into his enclosure at the Ichikawa Zoo in Japan. Police, both in their 20s, they say one man jumped the fence while the other filmed. Video shows a person in a blue suit with a stuffed emoji head climbing into and around the enclosure. That emoji used to promote meme coin cryptocurrencies. The macaques reportedly were
bro, and then at the same time you're trying to promote a shitty coin, bro. Man, come on, man. Well, yeah, with this coin shit, bro. Is the pay that good, bro? Is the pay that good for you to sell out your reputation? I guess it probably is, man, because a lot of these people are selling out to these gambling sites, and I guess this is still going on.
Terrified, having gone long on Dogecoin back in 2021. The intruder also was seen with a stuffed toy. The 2 Curious Georges were arrested and charged with obstructing zoo operations.
Honestly, I would just love to see one headline about influencers visiting another country that doesn't involve someone getting arrested, detained, deported, or becoming the reasons local officials have to rewind
and ending up in like foreign prison, bro. Good luck with that. I mean, best of luck you probably all get. It was just like, you know, you just got banned. That probably was it. I mean, they lucky they just got banned, because like Japan does not play around. Ever since that Johnny Somali thing, you know, you doing this for like a lot of views and stuff. They do not want to hear all about this, because they're tired of streamers. They're tired of content creators in general over there too.
Policy and locals hating them. Also, I just hate the term influencers, even though that's what all the headlines say. I much prefer creators, because who are these people influencing? But regardless, I just want like a headline. Obviously, it's not going to generate as many clicks, but I want a simple headline of something like American influencer visits Japan, enjoys the culture, takes some pictures, enjoys the food, and returns home without a single incident. Is that too much to ask for? But no. Instead, we get this. So according to Japanese authorities, you have 24-year-old Raid Janai Daesun and 27-year-old Neil Jabri Duan, where both of them were arrested after an incident in Ichikawa Zoo near Tokyo, where Daesun entered the monkey enclosure while Duan was filming from the outside. And authorities say the person who entered the enclosure was wearing a bright blue suit and a giant emoji-style mascot face. Because apparently, if you're going to become an international nuisance, you might as well dress up like some degenerate meme coin mascot. But before we get into more details on the story, we should probably...
That sounds like some type of 2013 or 2015 shit, bro, where people used to like dress up in like emoji costumes, or just emojis in general, bro, were just popular back then. They have emoji pajamas and all that cringy crap, but like To dress up and promote some shitty emoji coin is so humiliating, bro.
Talk about the monkey itself, because this isn't just some random animal at some random zoo. This is Punch. And if you somehow missed the whole story around Punch, you need to understand this monkey has a genuine fan base. The internet became very invested in this monkey's life. And I know that sounds a little bit ridiculous until you actually look at what happened, because Punch unfortunately was abandoned by his mother shortly after he was born. So Punch was then raised by the zoo staff. And when keepers eventually reintroduced him to the larger monkey troop, he struggled to fit in. And again, unlike most young monkeys, Punch didn't have a mother teaching him how to interact with the other monkeys. So videos showed him approaching adults only to get pushed away. And people started finding this tiny monkey and trying to figure out where he belonged. So you had a whole bunch of videos of Punch dragging around his stuffed orangutan because he didn't have any other monkeys to sit with. So then the internet decided that we're just going to pour infinite love into this monkey.
I've only had
Punch
for a day and a half, but if anything happened to him, I would
Delete
everyone in this room and then myself.
And the zoo started launching the hashtag #HangInTherePunch. And suddenly, videos that were originally intended as simple zoo updates were being viewed by millions of people around the world. Like, was Punch bullied today? Did he sit next to another monkey today? Did he make a new friend? Every time there was an update, people either celebrated or were worried for him. And I am not even exaggerated by saying people were following Punch the monkey. Like, people...
Jeez, and you know, people's love for animals really go far as fuck these days. You even like got like people like that are so positive and everything with animals, just doing their influencer thing, treating the animal right. You could tell that animal likes them, and then you get that one comment in the comment section. Oh my god, oh bro, please treat her right. Please treat him right. But then they always think they're like the most person that can just tell another person what to do with their pet, or they think they're the full expert on it. Like, head ass nigga. But like, some people really have like genuine, you know, worries about it. But like, I'm pretty sure these fools really thought they could just like generate some type of like attention. They did, but like they didn't arrest it. But I'm pretty sure they thought they could just generate some attention and have attention coming to that meme coin. But nobody knows what the hell the name is.
I guess, follow their favorite sports team. And the stuffed orangutan became a huge part of that story. Everywhere Punch went, he brought his little stuffed orangutan with him. And while visitors thought this was adorable, zoo staff actually viewed it a little bit differently. So according to the zoo, the stuffed animal was essentially acting as a substitute source of comfort. And the goal wasn't for Punch to carry it forever. The goal was for him to eventually gain enough confidence that he wouldn't need it anymore. And little by little, things started improving. So videos showed that Punch was actually spending more and more time with and around other monkeys. And instead of being pushed away, he was actually gradually being accepted. The lonely monkey was finally finding his place. And that's when Punch's popularity exploded. So visitor numbers at the zoo more than doubled. People traveled specifically all the way to Japan just to see him. And people started buying the exact same stuff orangutan that he carried around. And at one point, the zoo was receiving so much attention that visitors were actually asked to stay quiet around the enclosure and limit how long they were watching the monkeys so they wouldn't become stressed. And then on top of that, people started donating more and more money just because they wanted to support him and the zoo. And eventually, donations reached the equivalent of hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, there were social media pages dedicated entirely to posting updates about Punch, and their websites dedicated entirely to tracking Punch's updates. And I'm not even joking. I mean, there are people whose job appears to be keeping the public informed about the daily activities of one monkey. And at one point, even after the incident that we're about to discuss, fans were so worried that websites started publishing updates specifically reassuring people that Punch had not been injured. Like, think about that for a second. Like, this monkey has reached a level of fame where strangers around the world are checking in on the breaking news updates to make sure that he's having a good day. Honestly,
that's kind of... Damn, a monkey got that much clout? Shit, I thought this was just like a normal, you know, like fan account, or, you know, just like a normal equally, you know, a normally equally Instagram fan account or TikTok famous animal to that. But like, they seem to be crazy about this monkey, bro.
the little guy has better PR than most celebrities out there. And that's exactly why what happened on May 17th caused such a huge reaction, because May 17th, what I know it as is the Independence Day of Norway. Gratulerer to all my Norwegians out there. But unfortunately, for all the Punch fans out there, that's when they got jump scared, because these morons decided to do this social media stunt where one of them jumped into the enclosure where Punch was. On the 17th of May of 2026, Raid and Neil, they arrive here at the zoo. And I do also want to just like reiterate how much effort these guys put into this, because they bought plane tickets, they traveled all the way to Japan, they made it through customs, made it to the zoo and put on a costume so they could then jump into an enclosure with a monkey. I mean, what a fascinating use of free will. Like, of all
Jeez, you waste all your money just to go over there just to act a fool and get banned from there. I don't know, but like in my head, I'm just thinking these guys really thought it was worth the money, I guess.
things to do. Why? Like, I get why. They're trying to promote some cryptocurrency. But still, at no point did either of them think, maybe it's not a good idea to jump into an enclosure with a bunch of monkeys here in Japan. But I guess, no, they didn't think that whatsoever. Because let's be real, there is no way they could have done this and not been caught. But regardless, I guess they have more commitment than brains, and they were arrested for this. And the video from the incident shows the dude in the costume climbing over the barrier and dropping down into the enclosure. And immediately, things went exactly the way you would expect. The monkeys didn't want anything to do with this, and witnesses reported that the troops scattered away from the intruder and moved towards higher ground. So nearly 50 to 60 monkeys were inside that enclosure at the time, including Punch. And now all these monkeys suddenly had this giant yellow emoji fall into their neighborhood. But thankfully, that's when zoo staff got in there and no one was hurt and no monkeys were hurt. But the zoo staff later said the animals appear to be scared by the incident, and the monkeys don't know if they're a part of a prank or not, as far as they're concerned. Also, a giant mysterious creature just dropping into the enclosure, you're gonna have a bad day regardless of what creature you are. But of course, as I hinted at earlier, all of this was tied to some dumb meme coin or a crypto promotion. So that's when I have to remind myself, hey, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Because what do you mean that you're flying across the world to
I'm pretty sure this is a whole scam, bro. Time to call up CoffeeZilla, bro. We need to get this meme coin off the damn map, bro, because it's already it's already affected the monkeys, man. It's already affected the monkeys, bro.
harass a monkey that's known for having social problems? But apparently the stunt was connected to a content competition ran by some cryptocurrency meme coin. And here, I guess the prize was $1 million. So these giga brains thought if they flew to Japan and jumped into a monkey enclosure, they would win $1 million. Did they win $1 million? No. You know, because the main problem here is a chance to win $1 million is not the same thing of actually receiving $1 million. If you're marketing,
Oh my gosh. So people just really do not like to read, bro. So they have a chance to win $1 million. I wouldn't even bother entering that that whole thing, or try to promote it in some different other fucking way or something. But like you said, a huge difference between you win $1 million or a chance to win it. They probably, you know, knowing how like shitty morals that the meme coins and all whatever these crypto shits got, their morals are in the toilet, so they don't really give a fuck. They're probably like gonna promote them as soon as they come back. They're probably gonna have a chance to win, but like they're not gonna win.
strategy involves in committing a crime in a foreign country, there's a decent chance that your business plan needs a little bit of workshopping. But hey, what's especially wild is they did defend the stunt afterwards, because according to the report, the goal was simply to give Punch a toy for companionship. Okay,
What?
Punch already has a toy, and if you really wanted to do it, you could have given it to the zoo staff. Would have Punch actually received this toy? Probably not. But at least that would have came across as a little bit more genuine. It's almost giving the same energy as showing up to Ronaldo's house with a soccer ball. Like, okay, thank you,
That sounds like something I Show Speed would do.
but why? And also, you're trespassing. Get out. And apparently this company did actually offer $1 million yen donation to the zoo afterwards, because I guess they didn't want to be associated with these morons. But a lot of people were also kind of wondering why there was no apology from them. But essentially, the internet felt like they were saying, hey, sorry, your fence got broken by someone trying to win our prize. Here's some money. But the key thing they didn't say is the people shouldn't have been climbing on that fence. And you're probably wondering, did this stunt help the crypto? Well, sadly, kind of, because the token associated with Punch briefly jumped in value after the whole thing got some attention. But, you know, there was a small problem. The token was still reportedly down roughly 94% from the peak. So in the grand scheme of things, I don't know how much that actually helped. And obviously this is a
I think crypto is just down shitty right now. I thought about getting into crypto, but like I feel like it's just too much of a risk. The reward sometimes is worth it, but like the risk is just not good, bro. It's just like gambling, bro. You can win some, you lose some. But like you receive that type of high and you go keep on trying to get your money back. I don't feel like thing will be crypto. You gotta just learn. You gotta learn what the hell is going on with crypto. So I'm not about to just get into that.
meme coin. So as soon as it pumped a little bit, it completely retraced. So still, even after all this attention, the project was nowhere near what it once was. And also, it didn't even take long for the situation to go from viral stunt to criminal case, because the zoo obviously wasn't laughing, and neither were the Japanese authorities. So essentially, the consequences just started when he left the enclosure, because almost immediately the zoo began making changes, and officials expanded the restricted viewing area around the monkey enclosure. They also installed anti-intrusion netting, and they started additional patrols in the area. So essentially, these two guys made the viewing experience of genuine fans way worse. Wow, thank you. And they even started talking about if
That's messed up. So people that want to come and see the monkey, and you know, they're actually like, you know, legitimately just trying to see him, like, are gonna have to stand way more back just because of these two idiot niggas. Come on, bruh. It's like always two people in the crowd just like gotta ruin it for the rest of the people, bro.
photography and filming near the enclosure would be restricted or even banned. So think about that for a second. You have millions of people spending months following Punch stories. Families are traveling across the world to see this monkey. That opportunity might be removed, all because two complete morons thought it was a good idea to climb into the enclosure to try to farm attention for their meme coin. But the charges they got, depending on which report you read, reads a little bit different because they're all being translated. So some outlets are calling it obstructing zoo operations, and others described it as disrupting business. But regardless of the wording, the important part is the Japanese authorities didn't simply escort these guys out of the zoo. They actually arrested them. And unfortunately, every time stories like this happen, it seems like the dudes are like, well, come on, it was just a prank, bro. And that's kind of what they were saying. And honestly, that's not even that far from their response. But authorities referred the case to the prosecutors on suspicion of forcible obstruction of business. And both men have denied doing anything wrong. I don't know. To me, getting content this way is probably the dumbest thing possible. Like, why would you ever become a public nuisance and create chaos in hope of attention?
Because people ain't got no morals. As soon as they see like money, they fucking, you know, like the car. To get money, it would just like never like cease to amaze people around the world. And you know, these creators and all these influencers like always see dollar signs on everything they could just promote. They think they smarter than the average person, which they're not. They're just a regular person just like us. Well, they probably just got a lucky ass break. But like, yeah, they don't got no morals, and they don't got no morals or nothing.
Because then that content is just going to be used against you. Like I've said this in yesterday's video and in so many videos before. Why would you ever want to be the star witness in the case against yourself? It just sounds backwards to me. And unfortunately for them, the internet didn't think it was as funny as what they thought, because, you know, everyone was worried about Punch. So, you know, Punch here in this case is being seen as the victim, and these guys are the perpetrators who are ruining it for everyone. So obviously, it's safe to say nobody likes these influencers now. But hey, I guess if the goal was attention, they got some attention. It's just negative attention. And of course, they didn't win the prizes they wanted to. And they're essentially banned from Japan now. Because you might be wondering, why am I talking about this case now and not right when it happened? Well, I wanted to see what actually happened to these guys before I covered it. And there is an update to the story, but regardless, I guess we've just reached a point in internet history where viral animals need their own security detail. This is pretty sad. But at the end of the day, Japan fined them with 300,000 yen, which at the time of recording this video is roughly $1,900. And then on top of that, because of how Japan's rules are, there's
$1,900, that's it? That seems like it's not enough, bro. I mean, well, it is an animal and everything, but like they essentially just ruined this whole thing for everybody. Charge them a little bit more, bro.
actually banned from Japan for at least 5 years because of this, because you can't enter Japan with a criminal record within 5 years. And the key word there is it's at least 5 years, because after the 5-year time, they can still deny you from entering the country. So at the end of the day, was the stunt worth being held in jail for about a month, $1,900 each in fines, and being banned from Japan for like 5 years? I don't think so. And then of course, on top of that, they didn't win the $1 million they were trying to win. So I guess they just leave this entire situation being the big idiots. Regardless though, this is still just a net negative to society, because now they just made it hard for everyone else to see the monkey that has so many fans. I guess the only good thing about this is it seems like they were not rewarded from this, because we should really not be rewarding people committing crime.
Man, bro, this whole thing is always just essentially stupid, bro. Like, it's always like two people in the crowd just ruining it for everybody else. So, but yeah, basically, I don't know why people go to these measures to try to always just get money. I guess like people are just really that desperate, and that doesn't not exclude, you know, influencers, creators around the world. They see dollar signs, they go straight for it. And these people are just really dumb. I really think they should just been banned for life from there, honestly. Shit. I mean, not a lot of people go to Japan anyway. I'm pretty sure they won't be flying back anyway because they had a criminal record anyway. But man, let me know what you guys think of this. Do you think they should be really taking these animals that serious, or are y'all on the other side where they shouldn't be worrying about them that much? But let me know what you guys think below. But go check out the original video. It'll be linked in the description. And we are on the road to 750. Catch you guys in the next video.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?